Welcome back. Play again. Let's do this the right way, not in 8 seconds. Time to go. By the way, is this whole thing rotating anyway? I think it is. It is. It's cool. The screw is screwing something. Is there like a little chunk of wood I'm being driven into at the bottom there? This does feel kind of cool. Yeah, if they just add some kind of safeguard to prevent you from cheesing this one. Ah, almost. That would be kind of cool. I wonder if there are any golds in the game that actually require you to cheat in any way, so to speak. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like gold is always for taking the quote-unquote intended path. Ah! And just doing it well. Whereas platinum tends to hold you to a higher standard of, usually there's... So I oftentimes talk about there being a trick. I think what I really mean, or maybe what it really is in reality, is that there's usually some extra criterion you need to fulfill to get platinum. A platinum time. You might need to figure out some trick. It could be as simple as just doing something really, really well, but a lot of the time it's something more like you need to, ghost leg, what's that? Oh. Eh. Ah! Goodbye. Wait, we can use a star advantage. No! That would have been very good. Darn it! That was some thinking on my feet there. And imagine glitching the game out and getting a great time on your first try. That would have been great. I did get gold that way, but I could have... Curious if I could have gone platinum that way. And now it's not... Now it's not launching me. Darn it. How did I manage to get launched the first time? How did that happen? Sometimes the trick is to do ridiculous things. And sometimes it's just by kind of cheating and skipping things, other times it's getting some real crazy bounces and things like that. What the heck? Why can't I? Why does it seem impossible now to do what I did? There we go. Ah! I'm curious what platinum for this level is really supposed to be like. It might be this, I don't know. I mean, you can't really do this consistently. Yeah, it very, very rarely works. Although I get the impression that when it does work, it actually launches me into the air in a fairly consistent fashion. It's just that I think what has to happen is I need to actually bounce upwards a little bit before I get knocked into the wall and squeezed against it. Because otherwise I just get squeezed sideways and I'll get pressed up. I'll get squeezed out the top. Darn. But it's all about landing correctly afterwards. I managed to overshoot it both times. Like, see there, I bounced upwards a little bit. I think I need to do that into the wall on the left. And there's still cases where I don't even know what's expected of me for platinum, like for clock hands in particular. Like, did I just have to do it like 1 or 2 frames better? Maybe. Come on! It's not like the game isn't necessarily like obligated to glitch out for me in a way that's favorable to me. But I've done it twice now. I know it's possible. Why can't I do it anymore? Ah, see, I kind of bounced off of it there, it's just I didn't... Ah! Doing it quite the way I needed. How did I do this the first time? Ew. I would say this, I think lots of times when people manage to find really cool glitches and whatnot, they're actually hard to perform, it's just through sheer luck. And otherwise, like, even if they knew that that glitch existed and they tried to do it, they wouldn't have found it. Or they wouldn't have been able to reproduce it. I've had cases like that. Like, for Battle for Bikini Bottom, for instance, the way that I found to beat the final boss without any upgrades, which I was the person to find that, which is cool. I only really found that because the first time I tried it, I got extremely lucky because it was really hard to replicate afterwards. Replicating it for the camera took half an hour for the video I made of it. Because you just had to fall through some glitchy floor geometry. So close. Speaking of glitchy geometry, this is why I got reminded of that, I think, because it's just kind of similar almost. But most of the time you will not fall through that geometry, even if you know what you're doing. Whereas I managed to do it completely accidentally, while just exploring out of curiosity the first time. Very close. I've done it twice now. Like, if it's once, it's a fluke. Okay, I get that. But if it's twice, and I managed to do this, there's something to it, right? I don't know how I recreated it the first time. Like, otherwise, every other time I just get bounced off onto the... I get knocked into the wall, and that's it. Darn it! Like, I'm really consistent about it now, too. Oh, it's like I lost control for a second there. I don't know what I did differently those first 2 times that it worked. That time I got sent out sideways, though. Okay, is it about being slow instead of fast? No? I think those 2 times I just got sent out sideways because I was on the side. I need to get sent out upwards, though. I don't know why it only sometimes does that. Nice. Interesting how the game decides which thing to push you through. I want you to push me through nothing. I don't want to get pushed through anything. I want physics to be consistent. Not quite like that. Darn it! I want to get shot into the air. Thing is, too, if I manage to pull this off again, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna manage to do the bounce right either. Why can't I do this anymore? Do I need to time it slightly better? Like, wait a second? Slight delay first. I mean, I don't intend to spend a whole episode this way or anything, but jeez. Like, I'm trying to do it because I know it can be done. I've done it twice, you saw. So it's not silly to think I can do it again. Some of the synth in this song reminds me ever so slightly. Yeah, not quite. I'd say it reminds me of Invader Zim. It doesn't quite remind me of Invader Zim. It reminds me of the Invader Zim music in Nickelodeon Party Blast, which was approximately Invader Zim-ish. It was a cool song. But not quite the Invader Zim soundtrack. Invader Zim has a good soundtrack, by the way. Like, just listen to the production music on its own. I never noticed just what that music was like until I listened to it on its own. It's one of those things, sometimes when you never get to hear music out of context, you almost don't even notice it. I mean, if you don't notice music, that could mean one of 2 things. It's probably either a really good thing or a really bad thing. It flows so well that it doesn't stick out to you, or it had no impact on you. Why, game? It worked before. I don't get it. I really don't. I almost wonder if I kind of like bounce myself on this corner here. If that'll help. Because that'll give me some air. That was closer, perhaps. If I get some air first on in that corner by bouncing off of it. I think I've learned to recreate this. Ah, not quite.
Ready, go! Ready,
I think I figured out the tech. Well, that made a difference, certainly. Ah! It's not more consistent now. Not that I get consistent air or anything. Wow, that is really consistent now. That could have been better. It's still not good enough. You glitch the heck out of the game. You cheat, and cheating's not good enough. That's how this game is. Unless the expectation is that you cheat and the game just tells you you didn't cheat good enough. That was weak. That was slower! Darn it, man.
ready, go! Ready, go!
Ah.
Ready,
It
go!
was amazing how consistent I had it for a second there.
Ready, go! Ready, go!
And there's no way that was a coincidence that I took that long to do it again and then started doing it a few times once I tried that new approach to it.
Ready, go!
I consider that highly unlikely.
Ready, go! Ready, go!
I still need
Ready, go!
I still need favorable conditions once I pull this off. Ah, I was kind of trying, I don't know if that was the best idea, I was kind of trying to land on that gray platform.
Ready, go!
This is a progression, this episode.
Ready, go!
Ah,
Ready, go!
yeah,
Ready, go! Ready, go!
we've made progress.
Ready,
No one can say this is the same thing over and over, when there are occasional differences.
ready,
Although I definitely had some difficulty lately in getting the trick to work again.
ready, go!
I'm kind of curious if it's really me bouncing off the corner that's making it work, or if it's just that it happens to be the right angle of approach or something while I try to do that. Because when it does work, it doesn't feel like I actually bounced off the corner at all.
Ready,
I don't think.
ready, go! Ready,
Because there I did it, but it wasn't actually productive at all. Ah, thing is, sometimes I get bounced too high, I think. And unless I can just actually land directly at the goal, which would probably be ideal,
ready,
I have to waste a lot of time by bouncing.
ready, go!
And then that's actually not good enough.
Ready,
I will, of course, do this level legitimately afterwards, too.
ready, go!
And I'm willing to say legitimately this time, instead of just like... as
Ready,
instead of just like in a
ready, go!
less...
Ready,
I don't know what to call it. When I use what feels like an exploit, except the game's actually aware of it.
ready, go!
In this case, I don't know if the game actually is.
Go!
I'm not sure how much possibility there is of getting a platinum here otherwise, so
Ready, go! Ready, go!
it's hard to be certain.
Ready,
Come on now.
ready, go!
You would think at this point I'd be... There we go, I'd have some consistency figured out as to how to do this, but... Ah! I was concerned I was going over it there. The thing was, I think even if I landed directly in the goal there, that wouldn't have actually worked out in my favor. Because I think I got too much air. This is part of what makes me wonder if this is really the way you should be getting platinum here. Even though it seems to me everything is fair game. But part of it is, it really seems random how much air you get. By extension, it seems like... Oh my god! It seems that, And that was basically me going forwards the whole time. How much better can you do than just holding forwards? But it seems like it also depends. It's like I would have gone a worse time there if I actually went into the goal as I landed. As it seems like it depends too on the randomness of getting a good bounce out of this corner. Like a smaller one's actually better, it looks like to me. And if I got one like that was just slightly better, I could have gone directly into the goal, I think. Which would have been best. Or at least ideal. I don't know if you could do much better than that. But otherwise, I think a small bounce where you are able to just bounce off of flat ground and then go straight into the goal is similarly optimal. Oh no! But I don't know how much better I can do than that 8 seconds flat that I just about got last time. Because I feel like even when I go, like every time I get a bounce and I see myself passing the goal, whoops, like that time has come or passed already. Hey, controller. Controller has had enough of this, I think. Controller is protesting. I might give it one more shot, not that there's much reason to expect that's going to have a different result. But just to have some closure. And then I'll finish the episode by doing the level normally, I think. No. I don't think it would have worked out anyways. Okay. Hey. Come on, controller! Do you hate everything now? I thought you were protesting to my methods. Oh wow. The answer might actually be that the not cheating way is faster. I mean, it was cool. You can't deny that. It just wasn't actually better. Well, there's probably a moral in this story, but we'll figure it out later. Bye everyone!